Coming up on this episode of Down the Rabbit Hole on the Mindscaped podcast.
Feeding an orphan now in Cape Town. Hugging a child here in KZN. I will not accept it anymore if they come and do not do that. They don't go on the ground. And then bring a charity that does not have a footprint in this country, who has not given a cent here, and you're collecting for Gaza. Yet we have hundreds of other charities here collecting for Gaza.
Here's the best part.
And you don't leave a footprint in this land. I'm going to be like Sheikh Hablas. That's not acceptable. That energy change that you're implementing. The rest is up to God after that. So let me just finish on that point. So being in that point, and you think of every single evil thing you've ever done, even a thought that you had.
Welcome to the Mindscaped podcast. Politics, environment, history, mental health, business, religion, people, and philosophy. Escape to the real world.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to another episode of the Mindscape podcast with me, Nazeer and Shaheen. It's been a great one. Yesterday we had a good one, and today we're back in studio. It feels like we're doing one weekly. We're doing daily podcasts now.
We should, inshallah. When was the last time we did Down the Rabbit Hole?
That was a long while ago, a couple of months back.
Couple of months,
Because before I went for Hajj. Yeah.
Oh, that's like what? 3 months?
March, April. So yeah, plenty, a long time.
It's bad for podcasting.
No, well, we had other podcasts.
It's very bad.
I was on Hajj, brother.
Time.
I was on Hajj.
You're not making time.
See, I'm quite shaven here now.
Yeah, so Nazeer, from now on, we need to call you Haji Sab.
Haji Sab, yeah.
How was your Hajj?
You'll take bayah right now.
Take bayah.
Yeah.
Right, tawiz. Touch your feet.
Yeah, Hajj was amazing. Incredible journey. For those who don't know, Hajj is a pilgrimage that Muslims make ideally once in your lifetime. And that's the goal. But, it's expensive. It's not cheap. And it's truly a journey of a lifetime, because you're going and every step, every place is blessed. Every movement is blessed. And it's got 1.6 million was last year. People doing the same thing at the same time. And yet it was perfectly run. I mean, I have my criticism of Saudi government, but this Hajj, that experience, to see them coordinate such a large group of people in such short times, to making sure they're all getting everywhere. I mean, we were at 7 o'clock in the morning in Arafah. We had the whole morning to rest and move on. So definitely, the logistics wise, it was incredible. The camaraderie of the people was just incredible. I met people from small cities in Uzbekistan to people from Muslims in China, like proper speaking only Chinese. Yeah. Then obviously people from the Western countries. I think the most interesting one was a Muslim from Maldives that I met, the family there. But it's just incredible. And then even the guards. I mean, you think policemen are hardcore, but the Saudi guards were, the army comes in for the Hajj days, not just normal guards. They were incredible, laughing at you. They throw, it was hot. It's like you're sitting at 45 degrees heat you're walking in, and they're throwing water on you and Yalla Haji, Bismillah Haji, come Haji, like that. And
so they motivate you, keep going.
Motivating you, yeah, absolutely. So all in all, it's definitely a journey, and it what's the hardest thing? And my wife told me one day, you're crying too much, and it's because when you know that you're going to be forgiven for every single sin and you're going to be born a newborn baby in the next couple of hours of you after being in this place and repenting, truly repenting.
Mm-hmm. How do you know you truly repented?
Well, truly repent, it's a very deep question, because to me, repentance is not a physical thing. It is a truly connection between you and God. Is where number one is realization of your sin and what you've done, and the impact it had on other people also.
So no more porn.
Absolutely no more porn.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. So the impact it had on other people as well.
Yeah.
Not just the impact on yourself, because that's how we would think, it's affected my soul. No, you've impacted other people by, taking away or lying or cheating or doing something. You've taken away the right of somebody else. So understanding that and acknowledging that. And then the second part is saying, I'll never do this again. And this is the change that I'm initiating in myself, that energy change that you're implementing. The rest is up to God after that. I mean, so let me just finish on that point. So being in that point, and you think of every single evil thing you've ever done, even a thought that you had, like it all comes back to you, and that's the flood of emotions that you go through in that moment of thinking of everything, and then you truly are remorseful about it, and you think, God will never forgive this kind of sin and impact that I've had on other people's. But if this is his true word, if it is his true word that you're going to be forgiven and no, it is. I'm saying it is his true word that you are going to be forgiven and you are forgiven after you. Actually, it's a sin for you to believe you're not forgiven after that point, especially on Arafah, the plain where we believe that all Muslims are going to gather on the final day. I mean, every human being, everything in creation is going to gather on that final day. So you actually the same point of that, you're connecting back to the source. And it's also the place where Adam and Eve, or Adam and Hawa, were forgiven. Also the place the Prophet gave his final sermon, where he said the religion now is closed. There's no other prophet to come after me. So, and there's no other person to come after. There's no messengers to come after me. And this is the final message for all of mankind after this. This is the ummah, as you referred to. So it's an incredible place to be in at that point. But I think if you had to be a tyrant, a dictator of the world, and you enter and you come back to this place, is God forgiving you as well? How does that work?
I don't know. I asked you that question.
Yeah, it's a very interesting. My said maybe not as.
When we say you go for Hajj because you're invited, or for Umrah because you're invited,
Yeah.
are all those illegals also invited if they break in the law?
No, you get invited to somewhere. Doesn't mean that the person wants you to stay. That Allah wants you to stay.
No, 100%.
I invite you to come.
But let's say
I don't invite you to come illegally.
Okay, so they're not. Are you saying?
No, they invited.
Yeah.
Invited, but you must have the
Yeah,
have the correct
because
methodology.
I think the concept of you being invited is very misunderstood.
Yeah, I completely.
Because a lot
believe
of people think it doesn't matter how you get there.
Yeah, God invited me. So what are you saying?
Yeah. So if I stole and lied and cheated, it's God's will.
Yeah, it's a vital question.
Yeah, it's very, very misunderstood.
But yeah, overall, Hajj was amazing. And
wait, before we end that,
yeah.
at what point did you get tested? Your patience?
Oh, through lots of it. So,
because everybody talks to you, it's
so Medina was
patience,
amazing.
it's
So where the
patience.
Prophet is buried. Yeah, Medina was amazing. I had a very short time, which I wish I had a little longer. And the package I could afford was the one that was 4 nights only.
Yeah.
But food was amazing there. The vibe and the atmosphere.
As in the local food? Or
No, the hotel food, top chows. Yeah.
But that's because you took a local guy or an African guy.
What do you mean talking about?
Hamza.
No. The Hamza was only in Arafah.
Okay.
And only on the days of Azizia.
Okay.
Sorry. No. This is the hotel itself.
Okay.
Top chows.
Yeah.
And so we enjoyed it. And then we went to Makkah. And I got... so that when you do your Umrah, as soon as you get to Makkah, you do an Umrah, which is like a small pilgrimage. And I got extremely sick. And they say do not drink the cold Zamzam water, the water from that well, because they take dry ice to cool it. They don't use normal ice.
I don't know that.
And they don't use normal, they use dry ice. And so what happens, it dries your entire system. And it's the next morning I got up and I said, oh God, I think I got the flu. And it was tired, it was hot. And you're walking, you're doing like 7 kilometers for this whole thing. So you're tired and you just wanted, and I was just drinking it. Oh, I got sick. 3 days in bed. So that was the first hurdle. It's like I can see the holy Kaaba and I can't go because I can't even get out of my bed.
Yeah.
I was sitting on a chair and reading and praying. That was horrible. But then we moved to Azizia. I mean, I'm going to be honest, that hotel room was shocking.
Shockingly amazing?
No. I went from a 7-star where I press a button and the curtains close, right, to like a -1 star.
Right.
But I spoke to the agents and we had an agreement beforehand that they'll find me a better place. So they did find me a better place. So thanks to the agents there.
Was it your experience or everyone's experience?
Look, the reality in Azizia is everyone goes through this, whether you would any agent, that hotels in Azizia are not the best hotels. And I think that reality needs to sit into your head.
Okay.
It's not fancy at all. You have an old aircon.
Oh, wow.
You know those ones like that. The bathrooms are not, and no one uses this hotel generally in the year.
Yeah.
So it's coming and they're doing quick clean and they're moving. So the beds are like spring beds. So definitely not the easiest time for anyone. So I think if you've got a bit more bucks, I would say spend it in Azizia or stay longer in Makkah. I had 12 days before Hajj, so it's 15, close to 21 days in Azizia out of the whole month.
Yeah.
So that's your most of time. Then I would say go for a better hotel there and so on. So that was the second test. And the last test was the day that you are now leaving Arafah, right? And you have to go to a place called Muzdalifah. You sleep the night, and then you travel that day from Muzdalifah. You walk 11 kilometers in the heat. When you leave after break of sunrise, and it's hot, bro. That day, I finished it. My wife and I were like just at wit's end, especially me, because I'm a big guy. I can't do this walking, and you're pelting, and it's spiritual, and it's everything in one. And at that time, I was speaking to God. I was speaking to Allah. And I said, Allah, why are you doing this to me? Like, how can, like, after I had such a beautiful night last night, and you put him to his test, I can't even walk. There's no, and I'm now saying, there's no taxis here. There's no, you can't take, and you have to walk.
Yeah.
Everyone's walking.
Yeah.
And then I see an old man hunched back, and he's walking. And I see an old lady, she's carrying her bag and something, because you're carrying your bag, carrying everything. She's
luggage.
walking. Luggage, yeah, you carry your backpack. They say keep light. You carry your backpack, you could, and water, you're trying to drink as much as water as you can. And then I see an elderly man pushing his elderly father in a wheelchair.
Wow.
And he's sweating. And I'm like, no, I can't complain. I can't complain because, I mean, these guys are doing way more than what I'm doing, and I'm a youngster. And look what they're doing. Look at the effort they're doing. And they don't look like they're complaining. They're just moving. I guess their culture also, some certain African culture, they can walk a lot. We don't walk, right?
You're bloody lazy.
We don't
Knees
walk.
are training. You're
We're not
lazy.
used to it. We're not used to walking, you know. So, yeah. So that was Hajj, man.
Wow.
Incredible.
You should do it again?
Oh, 100%. Any day.
What's the one thing you would change?
Change?
Yeah.
What, that I have control over or don't have control over?
That you have control over, or if you no control, as both ways. Okay, we say Aziza Hotels, right? That's one. What else
No,
would you
said
change to make your trip a bit better? Or what advice you would give someone that's going from what you've learned?
You know, people say this carpe diem, right? Seize the moment. And I don't think we seize the moment. You know why? It's because you're more concerned about the logistics of I need to be at this place at this specific time, and you forget about the moment that you're in and where you are in. And I think that realization, and the second thing is, so the realization is key in carpe diem, but also reading about the place you're in. So only when you listen to a lecture of the sheikh who says, oh, this place had A, B, and C, you're like, oh my God, this place is blessed. And people think, oh, why I don't feel the connection to the soul? If you're saying it's so many sahabas here and the Prophet, you know why? Because you're disconnected by the faith itself.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah, you are disconnected yourself.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're feeling.
I don't
feel
feel
anything. I feel normal.
Exactly.
I'm normal.
And that's a great sign of your faith.
Yeah.
Because you should be feeling something at that point. There should be some connection there.
Yeah.
And I think that's the true reality. So I would say you're gonna don't worry. The agents are amazing. Well, we'll talk about agents now. But agents are amazing. They are incredible. They'll help you. They're there. SAHUC also helped a lot. The food wasn't amazing in the 5 days, but fine. And whatever they can do, they've done to make it your easier. So don't worry. You're going to get to the place you need to be at the right time. Don't stress about that. What you need to stress about is the impact that you're having, where you are at the moment, being present at the moment, and maximizing the time that you have there. Because you're going to come back and like, oh man, I should have just read 5 more paras, or I should have just read more English of the Quran. Something you should have done something more in the time that you
There's always something more you can think of.
Yeah.
Extra durood, extra istighfar.
Yeah.
So before we move on from this, everybody talks about the toilets.
Yeah.
How was that?
Look, I hadn't had no problem.
Eastern?
So I'm a big guy.
Eastern?
So, no. So I never used an Eastern, not once.
Okay.
I waited in line.
Yeah.
So the problem is that it's Murphy's Law, right?
Yeah.
Everyone thinks I'm going to go wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning because
And that's the
the
biggest
early
line.
prayer is 3:30.
Yeah.
That's 1.5 hours before prayer. Enough time.
Yeah.
Wow, I got a shock of my life. The line went all the way right around, curved around a few tents, and that's where it started. So
How many toilets, by the way?
1,
Plus
2, 3,
minus?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was 9, probably 10, 12. Say 12 with two. 2 of them are
12 for how many people?
for 2,500. No, 12, and then 24 for ladies, right? 24.
Okay.
24 toilets for 2,500 people.
That's a little.
That's very little.
I think it's very little.
So what we did was we used to cross over and go to the tents on the other side.
Yeah.
So I found an African tent that was very empty. And across us, generally, last year also was the Iranian tents. They only come a day later. So we use Iranian toilets. Beautiful, clean toilets. And double story.
Right.
So you had enough there. But you crossed the road.
Yeah.
And
And it's cleaned after every usage?
not after every usage. No. But you've got these sprays. So I just take the spray, the whole room, clean it nicely,
That's hectic.
and you shower at the same time.
Shower
in the
where?
same place. The toilet.
In the toilet?
Yeah.
You got a shower head there?
You got a shower head there and a genla arm also.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can just go clean yourself up. And that's what I was doing. That's how I was showering. You're looking shocked.
Yeah.
You're a big guy. If
I
you're a
think
big
the one
guy,
thing,
you get
the one thing
struggle.
that scares me, I haven't been for Hajj. I mean, the one thing that scares me is like, I can't use the Eastern.
The Eastern.
Yeah,
I never used
Back
Eastern.
in my mind, it's always been low pan.
No, I didn't need to use because I waited in line or I went and found
So
another toilet.
what was your waiting time?
If you wait in line, you're waiting at least half an hour.
And you speak to God even more like, oh Allah, please
Yeah,
don't let it come
hold
down.
this in.
Don't let it come
I
down.
had a problem in...
I'll fast for you.
Yeah, Arafah. I had a problem in Arafah. I was messaging my wife and my mom, and mom said, yeah, and they said, listen, take not Imodium, take a still pain or something, like with codeine, something with codeine. So it gives you a bit of a blockage.
Really?
Yeah,
Does it work?
So yeah, it worked. So because I was like, oh my god, I still got to walk to Muzdalifah, and Muzdalifah is sleeping open.
Right.
And I thought we were gonna have a toilet. Luckily, there was a toilet right there also, but I didn't need it.
Yeah.
But out of fire, I had a.
So do you notice your eating changes?
So I went like a couple of times. Oh yeah, you don't.
As it
need
reduces.
and you know, the guys are serving you curry, and it's a hot day.
Oh, oily stuff too.
Oily stuff. So I usually eat the rice. Just eat rice. And it's also binding.
Yeah.
And I had my own snacks.
Yeah.
That I had like chips.
You brought from
and
South
stuff.
Africa?
From South Africa, yeah. Or we bought locally there. That's about it. So you okay?
Okay. Inshallah, you go back.
I mean, yeah. So one of the things it leads us to is SAHUC. So I mean, there's a whole debacle right now. We've done some video clips to inform people. The one that we spoke of, the first one we did was about the potential that the country is moving to Nusuk platform, which is where the most of the Western countries are doing, where it's one platform you go in. But it's very dangerous for South Africans to do it right now, to go into the Nusuk platform.
Why?
The Nusuk platform has a system where you have to have your cash ready up front. Like I had time, like my agent's like, okay, sort us out in a week's time, whatever, as you wish. If you want to book for Hajj on the Nusuk platform, boom, you have your money ready. If you got 5 people in your family, 3 people in your family, so there's no restrictions on quotas.
Okay.
So anyone can. So you go on and you're just gonna go in the system and see. It's like someone explained to me. It's like 11 rand flight on
Jet Airways.
Safir.
Okay.
You know, you're waiting in line and you're like, oh, I'm in the queue, and hopefully, boom, you're in. Once you're in, you gotta have the money ready. Make all your bookings, your flights, accommodations, everything on this app.
Suppose there's no quota system
Everything is
per
done.
country. It's just worldwide. We only allow
Worldwide, yeah.
X amount of people
Yeah,
in.
you get in,
That's
you
it.
get in.
First come, first serve.
That's it.
So there's you can go as many times as you want.
Potentially. So that's where that was the first confusion. So that's not happening in South Africa, and I don't.
And the price is regulated.
Bro, if you know someone in London and someone in South Africa is going to be paying the same price.
But potentially we could be paying more.
I don't know if it's more or less.
If anyone is getting conja and the British guy is paying less or vice versa. I mean, I don't think we should look at it. He's paying pounds and we're paying rands and the accommodation is in pounds. What if the accommodation is in dollars but it's actually much cheaper?
Potentially could
Do you
be.
know anyone's actually used the app overseas?
Yeah, I know people and they said it's more expensive.
Oh, really? Wow.
They say it's more expensive.
But then what are they getting out of it?
What's that?
As in, it's more expensive. Am I getting a better hotel, better service, better vehicles, better?
I think that's again potluck. Apparently, is what's
bigger
available.
bed in Arafat.
What's
Muzdalifah.
available? Oh yeah, we don't talk about the beds or something like that. But the it's a pot apparently. Whatever you get. What's available? What's the price range?
So I could potentially be staying with Europeans and Africans. And
Yeah, that's again. I don't know the logistics and how they would do that. No, in a hotel, yeah. No, in your Arafah, apparently, like you're still with your crew.
So what's the
By the way,
objection?
Nusuk, that's not happening.
Right.
So that was the first video we did. The second video is the issue that's right now with regards to SAHUC and the changes. SAHUC is saying, hey, this is instruction from Saudi government. Why are you asking us? They told us that you guys are the intermediaries that we want to deal with, one agent. The agents and the Hajj Watch guys and all are saying, and the community is saying, but who gave SAHUC the mandate? Why is Saudi giving you the mandate? That you're the only one that is going to be directly related. Others are saying, well, you were the regulator. They're saying, we were never the regulator. We were a facilitator. Now we're just facilitating in a different way. So what's the problem? So that's good. And then some of the committee members, well, the SJU, the Saudi Jamiat Ulama, who was a committee member. Remember, SAHUC is not made up of randomers. It's made up of organizations. So I remember Al-Ansar had a position there. I think they still got a position there, got a seat there. You got other Muslim organizations who all have seats in there.
Right.
So you should be looking at the Muslim organizations who are involved in there.
Right.
Other charities that we know of are also involved in there. So who are the board members of SAHUC? Are charities? Then that's the charity, and you go talk to those. If you're donating to the charity, then you have even more right to say, you're sitting on SAHUC. Sort this out. What's going on? So the query is that how can SAHUC be the regulator and the person who's playing the game as well? And so who's doing negotiations with these agents? So they say, no, telling the travel agents, no problem. You're not gone from here. What we're saying, come present us a business plan on how we can, now we've got this instruction, how are we going to manage the instruction? How can you involve
What's the business
yourself?
plan for?
That's what they're saying. They don't know. They're not clear. The travel agents are saying, we're not clear about this business plan. What are you talking about this business plan? What business plan do you want to present? So that's where the big question from travel.
And present to who? To SAHUC or to the Saudi
To
government?
SAHUC. No, SAHUC is the representative now. There's no more. You can't go. The agents are not going to be able to go to Saudi and choose hotels and negotiate with Emirates and go. No, nothing. You
So
got
who
nothing.
chooses the hotels? SAHUC?
SAHUC. SAHUC saying, oh, you've got hotels in Azizia you'll use. So we'll use it and through our system. So I don't know how the agents are pretty much saying, okay, and who makes the money? How does it? And they were like, who's the sheikhs? They said, no, we're going to bring the sheikhs on. The sheikhs will come. From my information
So
that I've
is it just
received,
an added? Is this an extra layer? Where does someone else making money now? Or how does it
that
work?
is the questions no one knows. So SAHUC is saying, no, what money we're making? We're not making money. We're just told that we the ones that will have to do the work, and through us.
And is there still a quota system?
What's that?
Is there still a quota
Still a
system?
quota system, still an application process, still all that, still the same, stays the same.
What would you prefer? I mean, you've been, I haven't, so I don't really know how this works.
Look, what I prefer is the lowest cost and best service. That's what we need to look at. If people need to make money, no problem. I don't have an issue with you making money on Hajj. Hajj is 5 days. Literally 5 days. You can go for Hajj. And the packages on that Nusuk app can only be 2 to 3 weeks. It's no longer than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's no longer than that.
Okay.
It's so the issue is that we should make Hajj cheap, affordable, and accessible. But there's billions of Muslims. I can understand that. You got numbers. You have to control the numbers. Like we had a smooth Hajj because it would control the illegals. Hectic control. You couldn't move around there. You had to have your
I watched a video yesterday, actually
They
online,
were going into hotels and ripping people out.
and they were showing you
Finding them.
construction trucks carrying rocks on the top, and the soldiers stopped the trucks. And they had a drone fly. I don't know if you saw it.
No.
They had a drone fly over this truck, so you can see all the rocks, right? The soldier climbs on top, and he starts removing the rocks. And there's a net, so the rocks don't go right down. They had all the people there going to Makkah.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's...
I know guys who did illegally last year.
What's the fatwa on that?
No, bro. I tell you why I believe it's incorrect
Yeah,
and deceitful.
yeah.
It's because the guys who told me what they did, they were paying bribes to guards to let us sleep here and let us move here, let us go through there.
But
So are you justifying that?
I'm gonna-
And they saying we did it because we don't care about SAHUC. SAHUC is refusing us to go because I've been for Hajj before. And I want to go this year. I have the right to go if I want to go. But that's not fair. SAHUC is not the only one who makes that decision. It's a made decision with Saudi government. So focus on the Saudi government, not only on SAHUC.
So let's go back to SAHUC. Is any other countries having the same issues or I don't
The
know,
instructions have been
the
apparently
same instructions?
SAHUC is saying the instructions have been given to other countries.
like who?
I don't know. It doesn't say. We want a representative. We can talk to them.
That'd be
I'm still researching on this, on how this works.
And what are the travel agents saying?
They're upset.
See, we got to bear this in mind. A lot of people don't realize.
Remember
this.
last year there were only 3.
It's also a business. You're making money.
I'm not saying I do have a problem with they make money.
No, I'm
on
telling
Hajj.
you. No.
I
I'm
don't have
saying
a problem.
people who have a problem with this need to understand that the travel agents make money.
They will
it's
make
a
money.
business.
Yeah,
Everyone wants a piece of the pie.
100%.
You want a piece? We can open up Naz Jazz.
That's just
Naz Jazz travel and tours.
Jamal tours.
Jamal tours.
Jamal, yeah.
With a camel.
With a camel, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with them making money on it. I'm just saying when it becomes excessively expensive for those.
But what is excessive?
And then also the one more question is it's like SAHUC sitting with money. So I don't know. I was looking at some of the financials and it showed they were like 20 or some odd bars or something, even more, I don't know, in the account. And they were asking what's this amount. So they're explaining that the government wants them to upfront 10 bars before Hajj. As
every year.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. It's coming all together. What they need upfront is 10 million.
Is that their own money or is that the
And remember, I paid 2,000.
Is that registration money?
I paid 2,000 times 2,500 people. When you get your accreditation, is 5 million.
Okay.
So the other 5 million, I don't know what's required there and who pays for that. I don't know. The details we'll have to ask. So they're saying we need this money up front, therefore we need to have money in our cash flow. We cannot have money at least 10 million minimum.
That's fine, but you're getting the money back. But you're still collecting money every year.
Yeah,
So what are you doing with the money?
yeah. That's the question everyone's
Yeah, but it's not a
asking.
charity, is it?
It is the NPO.
Then you're answerable
Yeah,
for what you're doing with the money. If you're not a charity, you're a business, mind your own business.
it's not a business. SAHUC's not a business. SAHUC's is registered NGO.
Yeah, then everyone is sitting on the board needs to answer for that then.
I'm 100%. Yeah. Well, they're saying, look, this is why we need the money. They made a whole Q&A session of answering all the questions.
You got a message from
think
someone,
that's
didn't you?
What message?
From SAHUC
Yeah.
about your video.
Yeah, they said that we're misinforming people with the video. And
Well, here's the thing. If you're misinforming people, then you need to understand the video got close to 100,000 views.
yeah.
Couple thousand shares. You need to also understand, and that 100,000 are not understanding what you're saying
Yeah.
because they're agreeing with what we say.
That's why they
or
came
our
up-
understanding of it. It's not what
Yeah.
we're saying; it's our understanding of it.
Yeah.
So maybe you guys need to come out and clarify it in a better way.
Yeah.
So everyone's on the same page, because
Yeah.
speaking to you, speaking to Tom, speaking to Dick, speaking to Harry, everyone has a completely different view
Yeah.
or different understanding of what's actually going on.
Yeah.
And the travel agents, for some reason, are not on the same page as
The communication, yeah, exactly. The comms has to be way increased. Much better communication. That's definitely a failure.
Well, hopefully we can get someone from SAHUC and someone from the
Yeah.
travel agencies on board to come have a discussion with us.
All right, let's move on topics because we've got so much more to discuss.
Yeah.
All right, Malaysia. How was that?
Wow. It's a country I will actually go back to.
Oh, okay.
I think there's so much that has so much to offer. Pretty shit experience when it came to local food.
No, I'm so sad because I told these guys it's going to be amazing. The food is going to be incredible. Which I'd done Malaysia before. And they were looking at me, Bryce, this is the food you're talking about. I don't know why we had
Funny,
bad food.
everyone that I spoke to who has been, first thing they said, you got to try the food. You got to
Yeah.
try the food. You got to try the food.
It was always good
And
food.
the first thing, I think where I got put off in the morning was, and then when they could check the cereal, it was
Fish porridge.
fish pottage. Like, what the fuck? Fish pottage? No. I can't do that. But overall,
lot
it's
of
very
seafood.
hot. I would say
The people?
99% of the people quite friendly. I mean, you saw.
Yeah.
People have stopped me. Photo.
Yeah. I don't know. They thought you were like a giant or something. These guys.
Yeah, people are stopping me and
Because
taking pictures with me.
Malaysians are quite short.
Yeah.
So he was like a giant today.
I enjoyed it. I learned a lot though. We were talking about the conference.
Oh, yeah.
The first conference was pretty amazing. We were invited to that conference.
The global Muslim
Content creator thing.
summit.
Were we the only ones from South Africa?
No,
From
they were
podcasting. No, from
for podcasting. Yeah.
yeah, we were the only ones from a podcast point of view.
Others were charities and so
Yeah.
on like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That came.
pretty amazing. The second summit was very interesting.
Yeah, that was a Prophetic Strategy Summit
Yeah, that was very
with
very interesting.
Sheikh Yasir Qadi.
Yasir Qadi.
So let's focus on GMC first. For me, I mean, if you see the videos that we're doing right now, it's an outcome of what we saw.
Yeah.
What was incredible to me was One Path Network, was the founders of this GMC with other agents, had literally given us the blueprint. The Sunnah guy gave us the blueprint. GMC, I went for the 2 technical sessions on the technical side. They literally said, this is what we do in ChatGPT. This is the prompt I use in ChatGPT. This is how I edit the video. This is how I start the video. This is how I end the video. This is how I do it. They showed exactly line for line what they did. And that was incredible. No one's going to do it for free. But okay, we paid. We're not for free. We paid. So I expected something.
Yeah.
But the point is that it was really nice for them to show their blueprint because they made it, right? There was a few other agents that came that also showed. Yusuf Omar showed on how he did mobile journalism on his phone, how he gets everything done. So in terms of information sharing, incredible. Networking, incredible. We got to meet some really interesting people. We're going to be hosting some of them on our podcast.
It was quite interesting. We actually met some fans in Malaysia.
Yeah, that was strange. They're looking at us and like, you guys look familiar. What do y'all do? And it's like, oh, we watch your podcast.
Mindscaped?
And they were students of the university.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That was very interesting to meet. So yeah, definitely.
You think a concept letter can work in South Africa?
No.
No? Straight out, no.
Tell me who's our Muslim content creators here. Muslim who are doing Muslim content. No.
I shall not name anyone.
Yeah. There's some sheikhs who do some good, and Isnad Academy, he was there. But that's fairly Muslim content. And then Islamicity is the new one.
But I think in the South African Muslim context, I don't think they understand what a content creator is and what an influence is.
And what is this a sheikh giving talks?
Yeah, I think that needs to be defined.
The quality of content is what we're looking at.
Yeah.
And I think that's more impactful on how you're getting the message across.
Yeah, because I was
so you can
thinking
give
when-
one whole 1 hour lecture and you're going to get 5 views. Doesn't really,
I was
show.
thinking of whether the first summit could actually work in South Africa, and from a Muslim point of view,
Yeah.
I think if you have it as open, it can work.
Yeah.
If it's open, where you're sharing ideas and networks and blueprints, I think it can work. But if it's zoned into just
Who's
Muslim-
going to share ideas and stuff, Shane? Are you going to share all the information?
I think you need to have Husn Zan. Husn Zan. Right?
You want to go down this line? You want to go down this line?
I just wait.
Should I tell him the scolding I got from you?
About what? Oh, let's not even. Let's not even go there. Let's not even go there, please. I understand what you did. I just think that person should have came on and said, "Thank you," on a public platform, because that entire dynamic has changed.
If they did it on a TV show interview, that are a public platform.
No, on the platform.
On their platform.
On that platform, yes. That's what I think. But anyway, we wish them all the best. You know who you are. But I honestly don't think it can work. I agree with you from a Muslim point of view. A non-Muslim, I don't know. Muslim point of view, I don't see it working. I struggle to see how it works.
No.
Yeah.
But speaking about that, this is the platform. If you are someone who knows a little bit about editing videos and content creation, Mindscaped Media is the company that we have right now, that we've started, which is the agency that's going to help you get to a point.
Yeah.
That you can really become under our wing. You'll be mentored, you'll be trained, and you'll be given the platforms to use. We'll sign a contract, and we'll see how we can take it from there. So
Even if you want to do podcast.
Yeah, if you do a podcast, any form of content creation, not only Muslim issues, you can then contact us and we can set it up for you. We've got all the equipment ready, and so don't feel shy to contact us. So that's the opportunity that we are offering to you.
Yeah,
That you got to
100%.
be someone. It's not just for anyone who just comes say, "Hey, boss, I want to be a content creator." You got to have someone value. You got to have some skills, and you got to have the drive. This is going to be hard work. Not playing games here. Hard work. What we do is hard work. We don't play
course.
games. Only Shane talks.
Yeah, I just talk. Nazeer does everything. To be honest, to be fair, he does everything.
So then it leads us to the next conference. When you spoke about the issue of will it work in South Africa, that brings about the issue of unity, right? Bruh, this is a facade. I grew up as a ikhwan. My dad, taught me the Maududi books about bringing back the Khilafah and so on.
Astaghfirullah.
Wait, listen. And that's how I grew up, this ideological view, like there's going to be one leader and we're all going to be united. And you know what? It shocked me is when Yasir Qadi and when Sheikh Haytham and Sami, and they had that conversation, and
With Tariq Sudan.
Tariq Sudan, and then it was also that guy Sheikh Tom Fashoon. And then they all say, that's a pot dream. Unity is not going to happen. Unity is not going to happen. And I'm
You
like,
should have
"Yo,
unity.
these are sheikhs."
Unity without
The sheikhs
conformity.
that's the thing. So they're saying this unity of this one kind of structure and all the charities work together, and no. That vision, unfortunately, it's still in my heart. It's still in the back of my mind, still in my heart. I still want it. I mean, it's not, I don't feel, I'll never use the word that it's hopeless to even dream of that. I'm an idealist in that sense. But I think I have to be more practical. Yeah.
You need to be like me, a realist.
You have to be a realist and realize that not everyone has husnul zan. Not everybody's going to share the information. Not everyone.
Everyone in their own right think they're the best. Every
Yeah.
organization in their own right think they are doing the most.
Yeah.
Every
And
sheikh
alhamdulillah,
thinks
you're doing
he's
good
the
work.
wali of Allah.
Yeah.
That's the reality of every student thinks he's sheikh or her sheikh is
Every
the greatest.
businessman thinking, yeah, I'm the boss. Yeah, I'm running my company.
100%. And if you don't have a global...
And we all have that.
If
Fair
you don't
enough.
have
We're not innocent of
vision, here's the problem. We don't have the vision. Everyone in that conference to me had vision. For example, Rehan, when Rehan, from the guy from the USA came on,
Yeah.
his plan wasn't for tomorrow.
Yeah.
His plan was for 25 years.
Yeah, that was shocking.
What am I going to plan now for the next 25 years?
Yeah, what am I putting into place now?
I know I'm not going to make money now, but my children, my grandchildren, and everyone else that's involved
That's a great
would
vision.
make money in the next 25 years.
The other guys we were talking about how do we get away shadow banning. These guys, what is shadow banning? We think of creating our own platform,
Yeah.
our own social media, which is under Muslims, but not openly Muslim.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Like these guys are way beyond what we're thinking as a limited.
So they're thinking of bringing this to South Africa. There's talks of it bringing it to South Africa. But in my opinion, I don't think we should wait to bring this to South Africa. I think we need to have our own South African one because I'm so sick and tired of us South Africans, to be honest, running to the West as if we have, firstly, as if
You're
we have
opening
no
a can of
knowledge.
worms now.
Yeah, we have no knowledge. So every sheikh that comes down here carries on as if we have no sheikhs. We bring down charities as if we have no charities. Like, think about this for a second. I mean, there are people talking to bring the Prophetic Summit to South Africa and bring it from the guys who actually did it. I mean, they did great stuff. I mean, no doubt. Amazing. And we met the founders. We spent time with them. We had a cup of coffee with them. Amazing people. But we don't need to wait for them.
Yeah.
We don't need that blueprint.
Well, that was their message also.
Yes, we don't need to wait for them. We need to bring on, because I mean, let's be realistic here. We have a lot of Muslim businesses that are billionaires.
100%.
Right? We have a lot of Muslim businesses that are millionaires. We have a lot of middle income. We have a lot of people that are starting up.
And they're doing good work. We're not saying they're not. But I think there needs to be a shift.
Yes, the idea behind this here is how we can unite and help each other move forward and build a better ummah, a greater ummah, an advanced ummah.
Yeah.
And it's not about building something, and please don't misinterpret what I'm saying, building something in Syria, Palestine, Afghanistan.
Yeah.
It's about what we can build at home and move to Syria, Palestine, Afghanistan, and not build there first.
Yeah.
Charity
Pilot
begins
it
at
here.
home.
Yeah.
Charity begins home. Education starts at home, not in other countries.
Yeah.
So,
I always say judge your South African charity by the work that they do home.
100%.
That's how you should judge them. What is your impact here locally?
And bear in mind, for whoever is going to argue this point, there's hadiths on this.
Yeah.
And if your scholar is true enough, ask him to go and ask him to pull out the hadith where it tells you charity begins at home.
100%.
Looking after your neighbor is a priority over looking after in another land.
Yeah.
Because you will be answerable for that. That is the honest truth. You will be answerable for it. And if you fear Allah, then feed your neighbor first. Look after your community first. Look after your society first before anything else.
It is always a thought of mine. South Africa Islam has been here for 300 years.
You know what?
And we only still have what
I
percentage?
want to mention something.
I don't understand why.
Last year, October.
Yeah.
When we were in, was it October? UK.
Yeah.
We were in October and there were some scholars, I'm not going to mention which country they came from, that came to South Africa. And we met some of the locals, and they actually turned around and said, "Hey, we heard so-and-so scholars in your country." And we're like, "Yeah, I think so." And the response was, "Yeah, but he's a washout. Yeah, why did you take him?" And I looked like, "What? Yeah, we don't even pay him here, but your country pays because you're throwing money at scholars.
Jeez.
So why did you take him? But no one uses him here. Why do you think he's great? And if you took him, then here's the argument. Does that mean you have no scholars because you took someone like him?" That's a slap.
So where's
in the
your
face.
scholarship? Yeah.
Where's our scholarship? Why
We have such dynamic scholars in South Africa.
Yeah, why are we not taking our scholars to the likes of the West?
Exactly.
Or the East or
And I'll
wherever,
tell you, there's
or
two
the
parts
North?
to it. There's two reasons to it. One,
Colonial mindset.
yeah, that's the one. Is that the recipients think, who's this African guy to come tell me
Yeah.
how to run things here?
By the way, when we say African, we're not meaning African. We're meaning people from Africa.
From Africa.
So like, why isn't this Indian sheikh or the Malay sheikh or
Yeah.
the African sheikh? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first. The second thing is that there's a disconnect between the global world and the world that we all live in, and the South African scholarship.
Right.
And I think there's a misconception that me giving my Friday khutbah and doing my maulid and going for istimas is what's really happening in the world.
Yeah.
And it's impacting people's lives in a positive way, 100%. I'm not denying that. What I'm saying is that there's greater platforms that you can serve on. Not becoming a YouTube sheikh. I don't want you to become a YouTube sheikh and a celebrity sheikh, because that's what we're going to come to now. But I'm telling you where you can impact people's lives, like a platform like Mindscaped Podcast. I've asked alims to come on.
And
They love our podcast,
And?
but they don't come on.
why?
Yeah.
Too afraid?
They're afraid maybe?
Of what?
I don't know what, but this
My
is a great
conversation.
platform. Exactly. This is a great platform to showcase the amount, your intellect. And so I love these sheikhs. They have great minds. But I don't know why they don't want to come on.
No.
So yeah, this is what I'm saying. So they need to be attached to the connection
see,
of the world today. And this is why we're making merch like this.
Not your average Friday khutbah.
Sheikh Yasir Qadi saw this and he was like, "What? You're trying to take my job?" And I said, No, Sheikh, nothing like that. And I said, but this is the reality in my country, is that the Friday khutbahs are supposed to be the places that things move, that inspire, that motivate. And yes, I'm not saying, like when I go to my local Jummah mosque and they talk about issues of drugs, 100% my community has a lot of those issues. I can completely understand that. Brother, come stay, pray salah in the mosque. Alhamdulillah. But be specific about your goals. Are you telling a guy who's never been, who only comes on Friday, to come 5 times a day in the mosque? He's not going to come 5 days in the mosque. But you show him the reason why, the impact that it's going to make in his life. Teach him that impact and show him that impact. There's a difference that's going to come. He'll come for that salah now. And again. That's what you need to imbibe into people. So 100%. But I want to get back to the point of scholarship. I'm saying this bold and clear. I will not accept another sheikh, celebrity sheikh, or YouTube sheikh, any sheikh or Muslim celebrity influencer, what you are, to come to our country, not experience the poverty of the people in this land. Talk about it, yeah, but then experiencing it, being in the field, feeding an orphan. You talk about Gaza, you talk about feeding an orphan in Cape Town, hugging a child here in KZN. I will not accept it anymore if they come and do not do that. They don't go on the ground.
So
and then bring a charity that does not have a footprint in this country, who has not given a cent here, and you're collecting for Gaza. Yet we have hundreds of other charities here collecting for Gaza.
Here's the best part.
And you don't leave a footprint in this land. I'm going to be like Sheikh Hablas. That's not acceptable.
Here's the best part, right? South Africans will ask South African charities, what's your admin cost by?
Yeah.
You got your tax certificate. Huh? Who's running your organization by? Blah, blah, blah. But when the overseas charity comes, you just dish it out. Don't question, no questions asked. Not even asking where your zakat is going.
Absolutely.
Not even asking who's administrating the...
You know why? Because they brought this big sheikh, so they must be legit.
Yeah, but here's the problem. If you go back the last two sheikhs that came down, right? The one sheikh we calculated left with how much? And if you guys go and Google his name,
Go Google it yourself and say
see how much he actually earns.
Fee. Google what it says. Not performance fee. They're calling it
international thing.
Yeah, fee
It's
for
between 25,000 and 49,000 or
attendance or whatever,
$45,000 per event. Now
I have no issue.
Wait, my argument
the sheikh
is
earning.
My argument
you got
is
issue with the
you
sheikh
can
earning
earn
money?
however you want.
Alhamdulillah, I
but
agree.
my point is this: then don't complain that the South African imams and sheikhs are earning peanuts.
Yeah.
If you are prepared to pay or facilitate someone to leave the country with millions, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
That means you're a hypocrite.
And then you're fundraising for the charity that's doing the work in their country in the US. South Africans giving money to the US.
We met a guy. A guy from.
Makes no sense.
I'm not going to say which country, but another African country, right? And
just on that point, by the way, I'm not just saying this. I actually contacted the hosts. I
sent them an email, yes.
I sent them a message with exactly what I'm feeling today. Their response was, Inshallah, brother, I'll take it up. That's it. That's the response I got. So it's not like I'm speaking here. I did the work.
If Allah wills.
I contacted them and I said, this is it. But when I saw other shares coming, I'm not accepting it. I'm going to call it out. So if you're watching this, I'm calling it out.
We met a brother a couple of years ago. You were there. Who's quite famous in South Africa.
Yeah.
Within certain communities. Alhamdulillah, he's a billionaire of note. And when I say billionaire, I'm going to say dollar billionaire. Right? To the point where the UN comes and asking for money for projects.
Yeah.
When he found out we're from South Africa and the work that we do, he asked us, why are you sending money out the country?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
He says, do you know,
in our area
and with my wealth, I send not 1 cent out of the country, from the country he's from. He said, because we have poverty in the country. Now, please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we shouldn't help the likes of Palestine or Syria, because we actually do. But what we're also saying is you need to start focusing a lot at home.
Yeah.
And start helping at home. And it's the same thing when it comes to scholars. We need to stop importing all these scholars, because in all honesty, a lot of these guys, we know the organizations they come from, if I'm not mistaken. And the perception that comes across as if South Africa has no scholars.
Yeah.
We have nothing. And if you
quality scholars.
And the quality, and here's the irony of this now. If you look at the scholars that are coming down to South Africa, may Allah bless them, may Allah increase them.
Ameen.
But if you look at the level of qualifications, we have scholars within our own shores, on our own shores, that are better qualified and have more qualification and have more ijazas than these scholars here. Yet we will pay the South African scholar to come do an event 500 rand. And you pay the other guy $20,000. That makes no sense. You know, once there was a scholar that I met, a South African scholar, quite famous, not going to mention his name, but he came to a function and he made a very bold statement. This is what he said. This function is only busy because the sheikh has an American accent. Wallahi. Wallahi. And he walked out. He said, that's the only reason why you're here. Because if that same sheikh had a Indian accent from India, or a Pakistani accent, or an African accent, or couldn't speak English or whatever, no one would have went.
And here's the reality, right? I'm just reading a status now from Sheikh Ismail Kamda. He said, 1 hour ago, There was a time when traveling scholars would stay with families, be accessible to everyone, and focus on understanding the needs of a community and assisting them. Exactly what we spoke about. I don't even see you saying this. Now, too many stay in 5-star hotels, have expensive events that are inaccessible to average person, and allow 5-minute selfie autograph meetings with VIP fans only. This is exactly it. Here's the reality.
Did you send an email out to someone?
Yeah. Some of these sheikhs, you watch them on YouTube. What they said at the event was the exact same thing I saw on YouTube. I paid 400, 500 rand to 350 rand, whatever, to go see you, to listen to what you told me on YouTube before, which was for free, right? And I don't even get to shake your hand. I don't even get to ask you a personal question.
The problem
what's the value?
And the perception is
Was it just because you were seen at this event, number one, that you could take some selfies and like, oh, I can zoom into him, the stage far there, to say I just there, and you were in the presence of this guy? This is exactly what Sheikh is saying, that we need to start realizing that this celebrity crisis, and I don't only blame the shuyukh, I blame the followers also. I blame us. I blame myself.
Don't blame
because
me.
I'll be honest.
No, blame yourself.
We raise our heroes, these heroes as we call them, to the highest stage, and then they're all human at the end of the day.
100%.
Yeah.
But here's the other problem. Islam, when we bring down these foreign sheikhs, and I'm not saying all of them, it comes across as if these events are only designed for the rich.
It doesn't come across, it is.
It's only designed for the rich. So if you look at about
and there's some token, maybe 50 tickets they'll give to the African communities.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so fun. Let me rephrase it.
But they don't take them to the villages.
Let me rephrase it. Or maybe it comes across as it's an Indian event.
Yeah.
Because we live in a majority African country, and we don't even have half of the event, the venue that has half of Africans, or even one-third of Africans. We don't have that.
Yeah.
It looks like
when
a
you bring that
show.
sheikh down, he must do a Juma lecture in Soweto. He must go do a Juma lecture in Mlazi. And someone said this. You know why he must do that? The lecture actually must hire a hall in Mlazi, or hire a hall in Soweto. So the communities that are in Houghton and want to come see, and wherever, I'm not saying Houghton only, I'm just saying fancy areas, they want to come to see this sheikh, the celebrity sheikh, will have to come into Soweto and see their Muslim brothers, how they're living. Because they probably have never seen it themselves.
No, I don't think so.
What? But that's what they should do.
I don't think they've seen it. No,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what they should do.
Yeah.
And the sheikh can see the reality of what's going on in his community.
And in all honesty, there should be a trade-off.
There has to be a
I
change.
mean, in a way, there should be a trade-off. If you bring down someone from the West, in essence, you should take a few sheikhs from here into his country.
Oh, that's
into
nice.
his masjid.
There
should be a trade-off. That's how
like
you should
that
do this.
idea.
Yeah.
I like
You
that
bring
idea.
him down. They can talk about.
Yeah.
Let's say for example, Tazkiyah or Palestine. What does he know that our scholars in South Africa don't know? Because he's never been to Palestine.
Yeah. Or talk to an imam who's
Like,
been...
think about this.
Yeah.
You're paying someone money to talk about Palestine where he's getting his information from Al Jazeera.
Yeah.
Like, that makes no sense. I mean, there's a guy
Arab news.
there's a guy that
Al
came down.
Arabi.
Yeah, there's a guy that came down that came down to South Africa. That's quite a famous guy on social media. He's got about 2 million plus followers. Everyone seems to repost his stuff. Here's the irony of it.
Yeah.
He takes everything from Al Jazeera. He just removes the name. Do you know that? He just removes Al Jazeera. It's the same color scheme, it's the same everything. Now, we in content creators, we understand what he's doing.
Yeah, we can see it.
Oh my God, he was the first to post it. No, akhi, he got it from Al Jazeera. Or he got it from Al Arabiya. He got it from somewhere. He just changed the colors.
We have to become Muslims who think, people who think beyond this.
But
When you see a post and the guy is like, no, we're inside of Gaza, think to yourself, right now there's a blockade. Right now, even the US aid can't get in. Right now, how are they getting food into Gaza and they're saying we're cooking food
and
fresh
then when
right
you
now?
zoom into the sticker, it says Egypt.
Yeah, that's the other one. Why is this the sticker with the person is standing, I received the food is saying Egypt, but then the truck before that is showing that it's in...
Yeah.
Be people of who think, and I always say this, you want to donate to a charity, go meet them. We're here. Shane is here. Shanaz is here. Go meet with them. Talk with them.
Whichever charity. It doesn't have to be Penny Appeal.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you know
Islamic Relief or
whoever it is, go talk to them. Go meet with them. Don't just take it on face value on a social media post. Oh, they're using this influencer, therefore they must be legit.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Legitimacy comes when you want to give your hard-earned money to a great cause. You talk to the charity itself directly. Ask for a meeting, and you'll get it. And you can ask any questions you have.
But the celebrity sheikh needs to stop. I mean,
Yeah.
YouTube doesn't grant you piety.
It's a great platform. I've learned a lot. I benefit from all the. We are podcasters.
You know, here's something that
Don't knock our
here's
platform
something
down.
that I would challenge our South Africans, especially Muslims, to do. Go to your local imam, especially if you're a content creator or you're tech savvy. Go to your local imam, your local masjid. Digitalize them. Put them onto YouTube. Show them how to use it.
Yeah.
Give them the platform that these guys in the West have. The only reason why you bring him to South Africa because he's famous on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because he got 2 million views. By the way,
And do you know what you need?
wait, by the way, I can show you guys how to buy views if you like. I'm serious. I can show you how to buy views if you like. I can give you 10 million if you like.
We haven't.
No, we haven't. Wallahi,
we haven't.
But I can show you. So the point being, don't get conned by the amount of views that you see, especially with these sheikhs. And from a South African point of view, we need to start putting our sheikhs on these platforms. We need to teach them how to use these platforms because, I mean, right now, in a way, technology has done us a favor because we actually spoil for choice.
Yeah.
I mean, now you can go into anywhere in the world, listen to any Jummah khutbah or any zikr.
And it's so easy. You put your phone on a stand. Stand is what you go to China Mall and you buy a cheap stand. Put the phone on a stand, press recording, goes directly to Facebook Live.
Yeah. So our scholars,
simple.
Most of our scholars, I think, need to become more tech savvy and need to start using these platforms because here's something interesting. I spoke to someone recently who went to an event, right? And her argument was, well, show me who South Africans talking about this. Like, whoa, what do you mean? I don't have access to go to the masjid. I'm a single female. I live alone. So everything's online. So
that's
South African scholars now are online. So I'm forced to now listen to these scholars.
Yeah.
So when they come down, I gravitate to go and see them because that's the only scholar I'm listening to.
Yeah.
So we're losing out on a large portion of the population who have become quite tech savvy.
Yeah.
When our alims and our scholars and our religious institutions have not yet moved.
Yeah.
We're actually like 20 years behind.
So we got Mindscaped Media. If anybody wants to, you come. We'll get some funding and we can show you how it's done. So this leads us to speaking about sheikhs. Leads us to Habib. So we're bringing a sheikh down now, right? Are you going to follow what you're saying?
Yeah, but definitely.
Huh?
There's no one in South Africa that does.
Firstly, the price is extremely cheap.
Yeah.
We were thinking of like close to 2,500 and a ticket because that's the value that you're going to get. This is not a sheikh lecture coming, give one lecture and moving.
Well, and some of the population did pay 2,500 to listen to one sheikh.
Yeah.
Like really? Okay.
So this is Habib Akande.
Yeah.
Nigerian, British. He's a CA by profession, accountant.
Yeah, I think a tax auditor or
Tax auditor
specialist,
and
international tax specialist.
And at the same time, he has studied at Al-Azhar University. And we had a podcast with him and...
It blew up.
Yeah, my mouth was open and drooling also. And that's why we said, listen, let's try this out. We're going to be bringing him to South Africa 3-city tour. Durban, Joburg, Cape Town. The dates...
Why are we bringing him?
Wait, June 29, 30, 31, right? 29, 30, 31 August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Durban, Joburg, Cape Town.
Yeah.
And your tickets are available at Cricket.
Cricket, yeah.
Why are we bringing him?
Yeah, you tell me.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Konyaza.
No, Konyaza's coming later. Konyaza's a surprise for everyone. So, previously in our previous podcast, if you guys watched the previous podcast, you will realize there was a lot of intimacy things we spoke about, especially when it came to marriage, divorce, narcissism, do's and don'ts in the bedroom. And what we came to realize is that a lot of people don't understand their rights in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And most of the issues that the Muslim community is facing are starting up in the bedroom.
And not only Muslim, though, this is now become global.
So we got in touch with Habib and we did an amazing podcast with Habib when we were in the UK. He's an amazing brother. You guys will get to see him when he comes to South Africa. And the podcast actually went quite viral in South Africa. There's a lot of people talking about it. I think that was like your mother's one and Habib's one was the touching point.
Yeah.
Where just everything propelled. Alhamdulillah.
The intention was pure.
Yeah, and now we're bringing Habib again. Bringing Habib down to South Africa.
Right.
It's his first time in South Africa, and now he's coming to do not a talk. He's coming to do a workshop.
It's a workshop. It's not a lecture. Yeah.
It's a 3-hour workshop.
You're going to get actually a document back. You're going to take home. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's based on Quran, Sunnah, the four madhabs, the tabi'in. We're working on the first maybe, I would say 3 to 5 generations, and we're not going beyond that there. So the source of information is coming from the most earliest sources.
Yeah.
So that's pretty amazing. So it's not about what this sheikh said 100 years ago or what that sheikh said 50 years ago.
All due respect to them.
Yeah, with all due respect to everybody, we're taking it back to the source. So if anyone has got his book Taste of Honey, you will realize I think 30% of the book is basically footnotes.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I've never read a book like that. And this is why I call it a kitab. You know, we know what a kitab is. This is the kitabun nikah of the 21st century.
Yeah.
100%. This book is incredible. And you have to grab yourself a copy. And Habib is coming, so make use of him. What we say is true. We always take our guys to we on the ground with us. We're going to show him a true African spirit of what's going on in our country and community. He's also available for private sessions.
Yes, you need to reach out to us.
Again, yeah. So we'll post that as well soon. So you can talk to him if you and your couple want to go talk about your issues. He'll be able to help and assist. As otherwise, if you want an individual session, we can arrange that as well. So
And let me put a disclaimer out there. There have been many marriage conferences in South Africa. I'm not sure about intimacy conferences. I don't know about that.
No,
But
it's-
I would
it's
presume the
marriage
marriage
is
slash
very small
intimacy is one.
aspect, yeah, of
I can
intimacy.
guarantee you there has never been a conference or a workshop like this ever held in South Africa.
Yeah.
From a total Islamic point of view. And no offense to all these other guys that have these conferences, they don't even scratch the surface of what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
That's the honest truth.
Yeah.
So be there.
And it's not, it's maybe focused more on intimacy, but it's also about your relationship. So he's going to talk about, for example, the temperaments, what he spoke about, your attachment
styles.
all that. So it's not just basically whatever it's a lot more in depth about that. So you're going to get rid of your general view of relationships. Hopefully that's going to help, inshallah. And that's for who? You can get a scholar. Alhamdulillah, we've got scholars coming, attending. You can be someone who's married and many years married even, to spice up your relationship. I know people who've told me that spiced up their relationship already. Then you can also be a young person who's planning on marriage, so at least you get an idea of what to expect. And you can also be
I actually can confirm there's families coming.
families,
As in husband, wife, and children.
Wow, that's incredible.
Because a lady reached
It's
out
not
to
going to
me.
be seedy and like rude and vulgar if you think it's going to be like that. No, it's
A lady reached out to me. She asked me what do you think? Should I bring my son? He's 20 or 21 years old.
Yeah.
I said definitely, of course, because he's going to get married.
Yeah.
So he should understand his rights, her rights, what's allowed, what's not allowed. And what we are saying is there's a difference of opinion when it comes to certain things.
Yeah.
What we're showing you is that the other opinion
Yeah.
from reliable scholars.
Yeah.
Whether you take it or not, that's totally up to you.
So yeah, get your tickets now. They're sold on Quicket, and you can get your Durban Job Cape Town.
Yeah, and if anyone was looking for any of his books, please do reach out to us as well.
Oh yeah, cool. So this leads us then to there's two things that more I wanted to discuss, which is kind of linked also. It's about halal dating and porn. Well, the porn issue where we can discuss again, I think my issue there was, I just saw this clip recently about a girl who, for 3 years on YouTube, had made YouTube videos on how to prevent yourself or move on from being addicted to porn and recover from being addicted to porn. She's now become an OnlyFans.
So she's addicted to money.
So she said exactly that. She said,
Addicted
I
to
saw
money.
the opportunity of money and I can do this ethically because it's me wanting to show them. I'm not being forced by anyone to do it. There's no, unethicalness about it. And she says, I want to go back to the Renaissance time of how we used to praise the woman's body and they used to make beautiful sculptures of women
So is she
and
just
men's
naked
bodies.
on OnlyFans, or is she?
I didn't go to my brother.
You don't have an account?
I didn't investigate that further.
Oh.
If you give me ijaza to do so, I will do so.
I wasn't asking for your password.
And so she's doing, it's a shock to society. And I don't know if this is the depravity of the Western world or it's just,
Well, I watched
the outcome of what
I
leads to.
watched a podcast recently, and there was two ladies from OnlyFans, and they were talking about the concept of morality with the host, and she says, "Well, morality comes with a price,
Yeah.
right? And in essence, I make $4 million a month.
Jeez.
What? She's under 25.
Oh,
Now, a lot of this, and please, I'm not promoting porn here. Some of them come from really bad backgrounds. This is the only way they see it.
As a tool. Yeah, no. A lot of it comes from desperation.
Yeah, that's the only way they can
A
see
lot of
to
it
make
comes from
money.
mental issues. A lot of it comes from
Yeah.
abuse. A lot of it does come from that. And I mean the ethical nature of this business is such that it's exploitative in many cases. But yet they're saying OnlyFans is not. I can decide whether I want to put something on or not. And that's why it's different to the normal porn industry.
So with OnlyFans would be haram, correct?
Wait,
I'm coming to a point here.
No, actually, it was apparently not meant for pornography.
What was it meant for?
It meant for like podcasters, and it's like how Patreon is.
Do you still want to go topless?
So we
Do you still want to go topless?
you don't have to be
No,
topless.
do you still want to go topless? Like your first podcast?
No. It's about us putting content on this for our fans only who pay us every month to get special content that would not post on other platforms.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's what it is about.
Okay.
It led to then saying, okay, cool, I can do this now.
Would only feet be haram?
100%.
Why?
Intention, brother.
I'm intention to make money.
Yeah, why you're lusting over someone's foot?
No. If I put my foot up there,
But you're letting other people lust over your
I don't know
feet.
what they're doing.
Exactly.
They could look at it as art.
No.
So if someone buys the Mona Lisa, is he lusting for it or is he enjoying the art?
Look, that's intention between you and them.
Thank you. Between the who? But if he pays me for the art that I put up, would that be regarded as haram?
No, but
If it's art, I look at it as art.
It's the
If I put
intention.
my foot up as art,
It's the platform being used for what?
I don't care what the platform is. How is that my problem? I don't control that. If OnlyFans was used for podcast, think about this.
You're asking. I can't give you a fatwa on haram halal, but I can give you on ethics.
Okay, so the female feet, where people will say, okay, aura, blah blah. There's no aura on a man's foot. Could that be another way of making money?
Women like men's feet.
Some do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they get turned on by it.
I have no idea, but I mean,
Jeez,
yeah,
that's interesting.
yeah. I know a woman that look at other women's foot, other people's feet. Yeah, so there's a reason why Imam Shafi said cover your feet. Yeah. So we've got a lot of
Like a
I won't say reports, but we had a lot of conversations on people that are using the halal. I wouldn't call them dating apps. We call them matrimonial apps,
marriage apps.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, across the board. You guys know who they are. Well, which apps you guys are using. I'm not going to mention any names, just in case anyone sues us.
I'm too old for that thing.
Yeah. What's interesting is
So you got a profile on there.
I got a profile. Quite a few.
Ooh, everyone's gonna be DMing you now.
Well, some people maybe off of the
Habibti.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of questions on how.
But
these apps work.
so we've met now because of what I'm doing. I've met a lot of people that are currently on these apps,
Right.
male and female.
Through the app. You met
No.
them. Oh, just
Now when you're in something, you start talking about it, and you're like, oh, you also in there. Oh, you also there.
okay.
Oh, yeah. And then when you start swiping, like, oh, you there. Oh, you there. Yeah, you start swiping, you start seeing it. So you have these conversations.
But is it a stigma to be on it?
In certain communities, in South Africa,
Why?
yes. Here's the irony, right? I mean, I lived in the UK. In the UK, a lot of these platforms are a first choice of getting married. They'll use this as a first choice.
And they're getting nikahs through this?
I know of one,
One.
I-
I don't know.
I
I really want to know
I
what's
personally
the,
know of one.
I want to know what's the stats.
right? I mean, I listened a couple of weeks ago on 2 different radio stations in 2 different provinces. They were talking about the exact same thing. Running clubs has become the new Tinder.
Ooh. Mashallah, calves you got there, brother.
Running clubs have become the new Tinder. I mean, that tells you a lot.
Nice leggings, sister.
That tells you a lot. So, and for 2 different stations to speak about the exact same thing in 2 different provinces tells you whether you see this as a problem or not.
So not a
but
paddle,
it's happening.
Not paddle courts.
Yeah. So the romance now from online now is moving into sporting activities or into dating clubs. Oh, and then into running clubs and into social hookups, social gatherings at paddle.
Oh, paddle.
Paddle.
The Maulana's told us about paddle. They warned us.
You're saying it wrong. It's padal.
But yo, so we won't talk too much more about it.
Yeah,
I got a lot of questions.
Because I'm
Once you finish-
there's a few people that I'm currently meeting or will be
Okay,
meeting.
inshallah, nikah tuha, qabiltuha.
no,
What
not
a
really,
fool
no.
you are.
That's going to be talking about their experiences, and a lot of women have had a lot of bad experiences.
By marrying them or
No, it's
before they even got married?
Yeah. I mean, to the point where you guys watched Tinder Swindler? Similar. Give me
Macho.
money. Yeah. So throwing the woman up. I'm going to marry you. I'm going to do this.
Met on the apps.
I did the istikhara, blah, blah, blah.
But I feel so sorry for this ummah right now. I mean, where do the people meet? We had Gunston 500, boss. We had mixed.
I honestly don't know where
I understand. We had
people
mixed
meet.
at Gunston
I mean, but
500,
I can
and then we
also,
had Samosa.
but then I can also understand why they're talking about running clubs.
So you think we should bring back samosa runs?
No. I think we need
Or
to
style
be,
of samosa runs?
Yeah, but I think we need to be more lenient in the fact that, listen, if you live that life of piety or however you want to see it, where you don't interact with no one, yeah, then it works for you.
So not interacting with anyone is piety to you?
No. If you see that as that, not
Right,
me,
okay,
right?
okay,
If you see that as that way, right? Where you don't interact with anyone and blah blah blah, and that works for you, then great, do that for you. But the majority don't live that way. So do what you need to do in order to safeguard yourself in the future, in the sense that go out to the person. I'm not saying go and have sex with the person. I'm not saying go and hold his hand.
Go to a public place.
Go to a public place. I mean, here's the thing.
Bring a chaperone.
This is the
inside.
reality of life, right? If two people want to have sex, you can't stop it. There's no way you can stop it, because you know when people say women can't come to the mosque because the men are going to be doing it there.
No, yeah.
But
Don't blame the location. Don't blame.
That's my point.
100%. Don't blame the platform.
Don't blame the platform.
Yeah.
I mean, many years ago, I did this matrimonial.
I mean,
thing.
Mufti Meng, all the sheikhs now are jumping on bandwagon.
Yeah, many years ago, I did this.
I don't know
I was
safe,
in
yeah.
partnership with someone, and I did a matrimonial. We should set up people to get married, right? And we hooked up this guy and a girl, and they spoke. The family spoke, blah blah blah. But then the mother phoned me and starts taking off with me. I can't find my daughter, and blah blah blah. Okay, to find out that they went and booked in and did whatever they did to do. How am I liable for that?
No, not at all.
So my point being, if two people are going to end up doing it there, I mean,
Okay, I understand what you're saying.
You're grown.
You're grown up. Yeah,
You're a grown-ass person.
Yeah.
Whether you love or fear Allah, that is completely up to you. That has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
You make your bed, you sleep in it.
Yeah.
It's your choice.
Here's the platform. Here's the security. Here's the safeties you placed in place. You take it and use it how you want to. No problem.
That's it.
I mean, I had a similar example with the halal speed networking one we did, and with us, you don't share names, you don't share contact numbers. You're just known as M1, male
You
one,
just fantasize.
F1. I know you meet the person, and you're like M1, F2, you M3, whatever.
Yeah.
That's you have no other
Yeah.
way of communicating. But if you decide to give your name and contact number, that's not our problem. And one of the girls did that.
Okay.
She gave her name to the person and contact number. He then became a heavy stalker, and she's blaming us. I said, you didn't follow our protocols. So again, the platform was available. You abused the platform.
Yeah.
Don't blame the platform. It didn't work out.
But the one thing I can tell you, there's a lot of lonely people out there.
Lonely.
Yeah, there's a lot of lonely. And
Lonely as in old and lonely, or
No,
lonely as in
not old.
young and lonely? Also?
Young and lonely. And you know what?
Brother,
that
I
means?
wish I had the money. I'd
you know-
marry 15 of you.
And don't make dua you get married
15,
4,
I can't marry
inshallah. I'll make dua you marry 4, inshallah.
My wife will not be happy with you.
Inshallah. And a lot of our community or members in our community are going through something. Seriously. I mean, we heard recently where a couple got married, for 3 weeks, and then the girl ended up going back home.
Yeah, I mean, he's the
And how long did they meet for?
for 45 minutes.
45 minutes, samosa run. And clearly it didn't work, right?
And he was vulgar in the bedroom on the first night, and that shows a sign of pornography, because that's where you saw. They always ask the question of where you learned how to have sex. Where you learned, apart from your hand, was pornography, and you're watching videos.
But you in the previous podcast you said magazines, VHS.
Let me not go there. I want to share my sins, boss. But the reality is that you're learning it from this, and now you're thinking that's how it is in the bedroom.
Yeah. That's why you guys need to come and
that's why you
enroll
need to come
for
to
Habib's
Habib's.
workship.
No
to
doubt.
learn all about the halal way, the right way.
No doubt.
The only way. And this is way will actually bring barakah into your bedroom.
I mean, thank you so much. It was good to chat with you again.
Peace.